sikwamukele mbukeli Ekhaya Jikelele wazomnandi umculo esunikezwe uAyifani ngaphambi kokuthi ke siye ekhefini njengamanje ngembukeli sasingena kwelinye ihora ake sibheke indaba ehamba phambili ngalesi sikhathi.
Isixeko saseGauteng sithi sichonge into ezintathu ezinokubangela woqhushumbo olubangele ukudilika kwesitalato iBree.
Asaququzisana ezinkantolo namanje amalungu ebandla lakwaShembe njengoba usashisa phansi nje umbango wesikhundla njengoba izolo ebesenkantolo.
Bobaba asenze umehlo. 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 Bobaba bye bobaba bye bobaba bye bobaba abaneqiniso bobaba abaneqiniso bobaba sanibonani babukeli nethezekani nihlezi nekholwa brothers Ekhaya Jikelele.
Ekhaya Jikelele sikudlalela nendaba ezimnandi. Isixeko saseGauteng sithi sichonge izinto ezintathu ezinokubangela woqhushumbo oluthe lwenzeka kaloku ekudilikeni kwesitalato iBree.
At this stage, our preliminary investigations have presented us with three possible scenarios for the explosion. These are ignition of methane gas in underground stormwater systems due to sewage ingress. The second possibility that we have and considered is the ignition of natural gas mixed with air, which is oxygen in this case, in the underground stormwater drainage system of the service ducts. The third and the last possibility that we have is the ignition of gas from a gas pipe burst. At this stage, only one of the above potential causes appear to be warranted. Accidental leakages of natural gas into the service duct reaching explosion concentration levels of between 5 to 15% and was ignited by a source unknown at this stage. The source of gas in the service duct is unknown. Investigation in this regard will continue.
Uhlangothi lwebandla lwakaShembe olwavunwa inkantolo ephakeme eThekwini ngonyaka u2016 embangweni wesikhundla sokuphatha leli bandla salinikele enkantolo lufuna ukunikwa imvume yokulawula ikomkhulu lebandla. Amahhovisi ekomkhulu lebandla asenanda enyakatho yeTheku kanti kuwo ke kukhona umduduzi Shembe ohola uhlangothi lwasebuhleni. Umholo loluhlangothi umduduzi Shembe usolwa ngokushaya indiva umyalelo wenkantolo owathi akaphuma phele kulamahhovisi.
Ngemumva ukukhothama kwenkosi uVimbeni Shembe, umfowabo inkosi uVela Shembe nendodana yakhe inkosi uMduduzi Shembe babandakanyeka empini yasenkantolo yokuphatha ibandla. Inkantolo enkulu yaseThekwini yanquma ngonyaka u2016 ukuthi inkosi uVimbeni iyona eyayiqoka inkosi uVela, yena owaqoka inkosi uPhinda. Abasethembezindla abaholwa inkosi uPhinda bathi ngale kwalesinqumo senkantolo inkosi uMduduzi ugoloza nokubuyisela ubuholi kubona.
Ebuhleni ikhona kuyinhloko yamathempelo onke emhlabeni nezinto zakhona kodinga ukuthi sibuyele khona kuwo wonke lawo mathempele la kunezinto zebandla khona ithempeli likhona nezinto zakhona.
Abasebuhleni sebeyavuma ukuthi inkosi uVela uyena owakhethwa ngokusemthethweni ukuba abe inkosi yebandla. Kodwa ke bakholelwa ukuthi leso sinqumo senkantolo asasebenzi njengoba akhothama engakaphothula amalungiselelo akhe okubekwa ehlalweni njengoba bona ngo-2018 bethi bayiqokela unyazi nakuba olunye uhlangothi luthi lwalungekho kuleso sigungu.
Inkosi unyazi lwezulu alibambile lento ekuthiwa actor alibambile isikhundla sobuholi lihleze esihlalweni sobukhosi inkosi yamaNazaretha uye uphethe ibandla la ebuhleni Nazareth Baptist Church ebuhleni uma ehlezi lapho uhleli ngokusemthethweni akho umthetho esuphulile.
Isinqumo senkantolo ngalolu daba sigodliwe. Eindabeni za SABC nginguvusi Khumalo eThekwini.
Qiniseka mbukeli into yokubana awugqusha lazi siyabuya emva kwentengiso. Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi nesasibukele apha ekhaya jikelele kwinkqubo ndaba yakho uDTT. Kutshanje ilizwe liye lagutyungelwa ziziganeko ezithe zonakalise izinto zabo ezixabisileyo. Isehlo sandul kwenzeka kumbindi wegoli kwistrato uBree. Siyakholelwa ukuba sishiye umntu othile eswelekile. Umbuzo omkhulu ngokuba emva komonakalo owenzekile owethe wenziwa intlekele yendalo okanye nayiphi na enye intlekele apho kuchaphazeleka izinto zakho nokuba yimoto okanye indlu. Ngubani lo ekufuneka ehlawulile kwaye athini amalungelo wakho? Ukuchaza ngakumbi lo mba siye sakrweca umlawuli webaloyi AW and Associate Attorneys uAmukelani Baloyi. Masikubulise sikwamkele enkqubeni. Uyaphila?
No, ngiyaphila. Thank you for having me.
Siyabulela nathi ngokuba nathi. Mnumzana uBaloyi khawusinabisela into yokubana uba ngaba mhlambe umuntu uzibhaqa ekwimeko apho ezawenzekelwa yintlekele. Ingaba mhlambe athina amathuba apho ezafumana khona imbuyekezo?
Oh, okay. No, thank you for the question. Look, in instances whereby you find that you get yourself in a conundrum where you happen to have like losses, in particular, maybe for like a natural disaster, you happen to lose your house as a result of hail or floods, that one you'll have to have your own insurance cover for a patrimonial loss that we call a short-term insurance cover. But you must remember that when it comes to insurance, it's a bit of the law of contract. So the contract between you and your insurer has to indicate that should in case of a natural disaster, then we are going to cover you for the unforeseen circumstances. However, with what happened at Johannesburg, that one cannot be part of a natural disaster. And therefore, in order for the people to claim, the company that maybe owns the gas, if it happens, it was as a result of the gas leakage or the sewage, or it's as a result of the fault on the part of the city, then the city would have to be liable, or the company will have to be liable delictually so. Because they will have to claim through a third party. But however, they will have to prove a legal duty on the part of the city that the city had a duty to protect them. If it's the company, they will have to prove the legal duty on the part of the company that the company is at fault.
You touched a bit on the e-hailing. Ingaba mhlambe umuntu othi uyasebenza kwaye wenza ingeniso kulento, are they entitled to claim imali that was lost during a natural disaster?
Yes, no, they are entitled to claim, provided that, more especially if, let's say, there's a fault on the part of the company, like, for example, the Joburg issues, the e-hailing drivers, they can claim for patrimonial loss, like the damages on their car. And then when it comes to the loss of income, then they can claim directly from the company's insurance as a result of a third party. Yes, however, they would need to quantify, because that's a delictual claim. You'll need to show how much you have lost, and then you have lost such an amount of money as a result of the recklessness or negligence on the part of the company. Because you must remember, when you have an infrastructure, you have a legal obligation in terms of the law to take off the infrastructures and then to protect the people around it. So failure of which, then it calls for a delictual claim.
Uye wayichaphazela mhlawumbi into yokubana esisiganeko esithe senzeka pha eBri asinotsho mhlawumbi into yokubana it's a natural disaster. But what legal recourse does one take in a situation whereby kwenzeke laa nto eyenzekile that you claim that it's not a natural disaster?
Yes, as I've indicated, if it's not a natural disaster, then it simply means they will have to go through the legal route, the delictual route. They will have to claim directly through the company that will be held liable, that will be the cause of that unfortunate event. And if the company, obviously, they will have to process. There are different ways in which you can claim from various companies. You can contact through their legal channels, and then you go through the insurance. And if the insurance, obviously, they happen to decline or the company doesn't take responsibility, then unfortunately, you'll have to take them to court. And then you'll have to prove your delictual claim. You'll have to quantify the losses that you have lost as a result of same.
I want to touch on a case when someone loses ubomi bakhe. Ingaba mhlambe a family, can they get the compensation for that?
Yes. Now they can get compensation directly from those companies. They can claim, let's say I'm a breadwinner and then I happen to lose my life as a result of these unforeseen circumstances, which is on the fault of the company, of course, by not maintaining their infrastructure, which causes the dilemma that we currently have before us. So there you can claim, but the claims, remember, they are limited. When it comes to the claim, is not to enrich yourself. First, you can claim for a loss of support and the funeral expenses for that particular person. If, let's say, I'm the breadwinner and then I happen to lose my life, my children and my wife, they can sue the company for a loss of support. So in particular, if maybe you have insured that particular person, like I took a life policy against my wife and then she happens to lose her life. Obviously, for non-patrimonial losses, I can claim directly from my insurance. And then my insurance, through what we call subrogation, they can go after that particular company. Yes.
And speaking of that, I mean, umuntu uyazibuza ekhaya into yokubana, how long will this process take?
Yeah, no, the process takes a bit of time, depending. Usually, let's say if you happen to claim directly with the company and the insurance as a third party, sometimes it might not take long if obviously they don't dispute the claim. But if they happen to dispute the claim, then now you have to take the matter to the High Court or to the Ombudsman. Then that one, it can take a bit of time. It can take at least between 1 to 3 years, depending on the quantification, like the extent of the damage that you have suffered. Because remember, in order for you to prove, you'll need experts like your actuaries and so forth. Those ones who are going to determine how much have you actually lost. Yes.
Earlier on, you did touch on the government insurance,
Yes.
and I feel like a lot of people are not really aware, or information is not distributed to them. Abanalo ulwazi lwayo, ingaba isebenza njani, kwaye mhlawumbe umuntu xa ingaba ukulo meko uyifumana njani?
Yes, okay, when it comes to the government insurance, there's an insurance called SASRIA. Yes, most people don't know about it. Like in particular, if we were to give example of what happened last year at KZN and some of the parts of Gauteng, in particular Soweto, when the former President Jacob Zuma was arrested and then there were riots there. So the people who have lost, we had an economic loss. Like for example, maybe I had my business was broken into as a result of the strike and riots, then you can claim directly from SASRIA. Okay. But it's only a non-life. It's what we call a non-patriotic. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're really hoping lokubana nababukeli bethu baye baxhobiseka mhlambe umbukeli aziba uba kwisimo esithile mhlambe yinhlekele okanye ayiyinhlekele into efana nalugqabhuko lwerhasu uzowazi ba enze ntoni ngokomthetho. We do appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Right, imbukeli wekhaya Jikelele lo ke besithetha naye nguye umnumzana uboloyi. Sidlana naye indlebe ngendlela ke zokuthetha zomthetho abantu abangazithabatha xa bezibona bonakelwe yimpahla ngenxa yenhlekele. Ngoku ke masirhabule sifince kuqikelelo lwemozulu. Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi. Singaba intoni ngaphandle kwakho mbukeli omhle oqhafuqhafu ekhaya Jikelele. Sihlobela mgama kaloku ukukuzisela indwendwe eziqhafuqhafu. Igcisa le make-up elineminyaka engama-31 uSibongile Dlamini waziqaphela eselula ukuba unothando kunye nesakhono sokwenza i-make-up. uDlamini ke wakhuthazwa sisakhono sakhe sokuba aqale ishishini lakhe ukuze enze ingeniso. Ukhona ke apha enkqubeni sizawuncokola naye sive kaloku nawe apha ekhaya into yokubana ufuna uba qhafuqhafu ube mhle ube gorgeous wenza njani. Sibosh masikubulise sikwamkele ekhaya Jikelele.
Hello, igama lami ngusibongile ngwakaDlamini isibongo.
La Dlamini Sibongo.
Yebo.
Siyabulela kwaye siyavuya into yokubana ube nathi namhlanje. Uqale i-makeup usemncinci. Yintoni mhlambe yakukhuthaza okanye wayibona unothando ngayo i-makeup?
Oh, okay. Mina ngikhulele eTefontein D kusemakhaya lapho. Ngelinye ilanga ke benginabo 13 uma mncane wami beka yi-domestic worker. Wasuka wathi Sibongile, it was holidays during ama-holidays waka June. Wathi Sibongile ngikhaphe uhamba nami uzongivakashela ngoba nje izikolo zivaliwe yabona. Mangifika le with hill how abantwana mabadlala nje mina ngivele ngiye makeup ni yabelungu.
Hayibo.
Ngidlale ngabo make vele yilapho at the age of 13 mangiyovakasha yilapho khona engiqale khona ukwazi ukuthi kunabo make nani mara ngiqala vele ngaqala ngazithwiza ngazidwebishiya izinto ezikanjalo bese ke mase kuchubeka kuhamba isikhathi ngaqala ngabukela bengise college ngenza something different from izinto ze beauty bengenza engineering ngenza ama nated course then ke mangise classini nje hayi maqala kufundiswa mina ngiku YouTube
Ula ba how to?
Yes, and cause where I'm from yabona mangicala ngikhuluma ngokuthi ngine passion so ngithanda umsebenzi so bathi hayi wena uthanda iskills sabantwana abarish kwabona yiko bengihambile
Sabantwana abarish.
yebo yiko so bengihambile vele nga decide ukuthi ngiyofunda bathi hayi indlela yokuphumelela kuphela ukuthi uhambe uvele uyofunda wenzani ngeskills sabantu abarish but mina when I was in class bengivele nje ngingene kuma YouTube channel nanoma ngithola isikhathi nje uthola usingise library mangithola isikhathi ngivele ngena ku YouTube mina ngiyazibukelela ukuthi kuyenzakalani and I purchase and I started when I have like pocket money I started like buying products bit by bit and ngiqala ngenza ngifaka abantu ama individual lashes.
Wow.
Yes, and sometimes uthola ukuthi ngise mall abantwana maybe ngenza makeup bakhulume bathi mama ngiya ku matric dance
Ngifuna ukwenza
glasses sami sikuye sokhuluma naye you get me. Kwesinye isikhathi uthole nanoma ngihamba nje maybe ngisema mall different umuntu yangibuza ukuthi hayi a fashion designer like ngithi no I'm a professional makeup artist but I'm not a fashion designer.
Wena girl. So banu approach xa uhamba kuthiwa sabawele lo shiya ulenza njani. So it's great, what a beautiful journey and it's great that uye wayiqala wayenza yabali shishini. So eqaleni kwakho ishishini ndiyaqonda into yokubana especially with makeup abantu mhlambe badla ngokugxeka especially xa kuziwe eshiyeni feke kuthiwe yo likekele lijogise ngapha. I mean for you to make it as a professional makeup artist zindoni mhlambe uthe wabe kanti udlula kuzo and uyihandle njani abantu abaza criticize bathini ne clients mhlambe ezaba ne negative feedback uyihandle njani lonto?
Okay, vele kona nanoma ungenzani mawenza something empilweni vele uzothola ukuthi abantu bayagceka and ngibile nawo ama challenges mangisaqala futhi ngokuthi abantu bangiceke kufana nanoma angisho nama province esihlala kuwa wafani nama temperatures wakhona like ukushisa kwakhona kufani uthola ukuthi uyahamba uye eLimpopo mawufika eLimpopo wena maybe ujwayele ukumake up abantu baseMpumalanga where I'm from and uthola ukuthi iweather yakhona ayishisi kangako uyangithola bese mase ufika ezindaweni le maybe uyenza umuntu i-makeup abantu natural vele siyajuluka nanoma like usebenzisa yipi product uzojuluka vele and uthola ukuthi utwenza umuntu i-makeup umuntu ajuluke ke bese bayaqala baya-criticize abathi mawusaqala especially ngisho awuna experience yokuthi maybe wenza abantu aba-different abangafani abanjani maybe bowudila ngabantu beskin esi-dry mawufika le uthola umuntu uneskin esi-oily and uhlale Limpopo
impumlo ivelite dilapha sani be-oily
and uhlale Limpopo uyabona ukuthi Limpopo kushisa kanjani yes but then kena you get to learn and uthola ukuthi mawenza i-research yakho uyasesha ukuthi abantu bangenza kanjani ukuthi maybe bangajuli kakhulu so uyakhona uku-advise ama-client wakho before ukuthi like maybe ningakuwa for ilo ukuthi ningaya kulabantu
facials
yes for ama-facials banenze iskin sakho ukuthi sizoba kahle futhi udle ngiyabatshela mina nabantu even nange-health yes ukuthi ku-right ukuthi mawushada you can't stay the whole day or the whole morning ungadlanga it's important ukuthi like you can eat your breakfast and uphuza amanzi so that nomzimba uzoba kahle
ne-makeup
izophopha ube happy ube kahle
right and bensazoya kulonto yokubana uyatsho into yokubana eLimpopo kuyachisa and ngoku sikwi-winter and I know as i-season itshintsha mhlawumbe i-makeup look nayo funeka itshintshe mhlawumbe i-foundation because ndiyazibona zikhona ezilapha etafileni osizele nazo so ngeyiphi i-foundation esingayisebenzisa during winter so that mhlawumbe ubuso because abanye abantu baye batshintshe umbala wabo thola ukuthi mhlambe since kuyi-winter umuntu iyatshintsha le color yakhe ngeyiphi foundation okanye siyileka ngantoni phezulu too much powder can you just elaborate nje
okay yazi makutshentsha ama-season vele uqinisile izikini zethu ziyatshentsha as respondi ngokufana during winter time mina like vane ngi-advise ama-client wami kakhulu ukuthi they should like moisturize their skin. Iskin sakho nanoma nje uneskin esi-dry or uneskin esi-oil ku-important kubalulekile ukuthi iskin usimoisturize before uzosifaka i-foundation and if like summer maybe uba more darker and then winter maybe uba a bit lighter ngiyaba-advise nanokuthi bangahlanganisa ama-foundation maybe uhlanganisa i-layer yakho yesummer edarker uyimixa with the color the winter one le ye-shade yakho le osuke uyiyo nge-winter then uyakhona ukuthi ube right
so ke ngoku yintoni enza umuntu ufumanise uba okay ebusweni nansi i-makeup i-right umqala imibala ayifani kuze bekusenzeka ntoni and ndifuna usithathe to the process of blending because ndiyaqiniseka mhlawumbi into yokubana you can achieve i-look ezoba natural xa ublenda kubaluleke ngantoni ukublenda and why umuntu i-colors zizaba different umqala umnyama ubuso bumhlophe kwenzeka ntoni
ukuthi like abantu abaningi mina nge-experience esengibe nginayo since ngisebenza ngabantu umuntu kwabona thola ukuthi ebusweni umhlophe intamo esikhathini esiningi vela isuke ingafani nobuso uyabona manje mina abantu vane ngizama ukubachazela ukuthi ukubona mawuzothatha ithombe thola ukuthi uyashada uzothatha ithombe manje ngimtshela umuntu ukuthi ku-right sometimes ukuthi ebusweni singahlala singago with your like natural shade vele sigowe like ne-shade efana nentamo yakho kancane or ingamanipulate ngale ndlela le uthola ukuthi mawucontoura uthola umuntu usimcontoura a bit darker nasimcontoura on the forehead and the side so sizothi masesimixa lawo ma-contour and everything kuzophuma ilo kanjeni ilook ekahle sharp
so we know into yobana iyatshintsha makeup kune-makeup icons that we look up to fumanise ngamanye amaxesha into yobana nabona amashiya ibingawuzikizet I think i-west seyiyaqala iyawapractiza uthi yabona kune-gold sekune-contouring nantontoni so with the changing of the trends how do you keep up to remain relevant and also ngaphambi kokuba uyiqukumbele ndiyathanda into yokubana umntu xa ifuna ukulandela to learn more about the makeup tips ukufumana phi
okay ngiyatholakala on Instagram ihandle yami ngingu-Facebook with Smomo then futhi ngiyatholakala na ku-Facebook ngingu-Diana Smomo Dlamini yes
awukakawuphendula mbuzo wami bengibuza uba ukutshintsha kwe-trends wena uremaina njani
yes if you're an artist you have to like to always be on your toes. You have to research. Yiko sikubo ma Instagram, sikubo ma Facebook, sifuna ukubona ukuthi kuyenzakalani, and then uyaya na ku YouTube ubona ukuthi ngaphesheya kwenzakalani, eSouth Africa kwenzakalani, what's new, and you go and buy, you learn. And mina like umuntu makeza yimi ngimnika into ayifunayo. I listen to my clients. Uyangithola ngingak-advise ngolwazi lami, mara mawuthi wena maybe you want long lashes, you want this, ngikunika into oyifunayo, but mina as an artist vele ngiyathanda uku-explore. I like to play with different colors, mara nakhona kuyadepend ukuthi ngikuphi. Sometimes I do those like artistic things too artificial, like when I'm taking pictures, mara mangizoya kuma-funeral ngiye emishadweni ama-look angeke azafani. Yabona ma uya ku-funeral you have to tone it down, maybe, yes, because you're going to a funeral.
And awufuni ube ulila ube imascara ugcwele umnyama. Hey. Nokulile nge.
Yeah. And futhi, you know, there's something that is a bit touching. I wanted to engifuna ukuyi-eda kule interview. Ukuthi sometimes abantu like mawufaka inkophe wenza makeup but you too artificial, yonke leyo nto leyo kuba abazi ukuthi i-art nje, and i-art futhi it can bring healing to a lot of people, even to me. Nami ngiyakhona ukuthi maybe uthola ukuthi namhlanje ngivuka ngi-down, mara ngithola ukuthi nginama booking on weekend, mangibhizi ngomsebenzi wami ngiba kwelinye ilizwe, yes ngiyaphila. And I had a sister in 2019, usesi wami like ube ne breast cancer, and her hair was falling off, inkophe zakhe nazo beziwa, bengimnceda bekakhona ukulala embedeni, and I could do ama individual lashes wakhe ngoba we are born natural with lashes. How can you go to work naso ubukeka ngathi uyi-alien? You get me? And bekaba happy, and that will be forever be in my heart. And yeah, ngiyabona ukuthi umsebenzi wami like umsebenzi o-right and ngiyawuthanda futhi.
Wow. Siyabulela kakhulu ngokuba ube nathi and sharing such a powerful story. Kahle kahle wena nje ubuzovenda. Ubuzovenda, and nathi ke si Ekhaya Jikelele siyabulela into kubana we created that platform for you as a makeup artist. Sikufisela konke kuhle in your journey. Siyathemba into kubana sikubone kwakhona, si discuss into kubana xa uye endaweni ethile uyenza njani, eyeshadow yakho nayo ndiyayithanda, i-bright, i-right. Enkosi kakhulu.
Ngiyabonga nami inkosi.
Right, mbukeli wami sithi qhu evenkileni, kodwa ke andikwazi into yokubana ndingaxelela into yokubana u-iFun uzobe khona. Ewe ayimani.
Madoda make sithetheni ngale ndaba yala makhwenkwe ayadelela amakhwenkwe wale ndawo ayadelela amakhwenkwe wale ndawo ayadelela suke wegaloku ayadelela suke wegaloku ayadelela wangena umfene wangena uhlathi wangena ulisa usuthu jambase ngebandi sibiza ngesithuko sikatata khwingaki ngamjita azange namazi kena sizuku sikamamthembu kabina qhala nalapha kowenu siyakuthanda otsho ngebatha otsho ngemali yeniza ubuphanca uyathanda uloxa xa uncidi hayi ndilapha kunizindwele ndizonibulela ngondikhusela ndisemazweni nabantu abakhulu ndi-Instagrama ukutya okuduru niyawabona nala makhwenkwe ajongi engena amakhwenkwe wale ndawo ayadelela amakhwenkwe wale ndawo ayadelela suke wegaloku ayadelela suke wegaloku ayadelela amasango nwavulila masango nwavulila masango nwavulila masango nwavulila wesikolo nwavulila wengqondo nwavulila wehipo Yeah, kumona awuzifundise futhi ukuncoma. I mean it's not like sekhe wambona ekule ndawo nawo rapper wonxhosa chief. You know the deal, it doesn't take a lot for me to take the lead. Oh yes, I know you say you do, but I know you don't believe. I'm going overseas, ngesixhosa sisi. Ungadijonga sisi, andisongafiki, andizoba busy taking over sisi. Bana mona chini, bandibhora sisi. Ngodile focus, gqithi ngathi iyafota sisi. Amakhwenkwe ale ndawo ayathelela. Amakhwenkwe ale ndawo ayathelela. Amakhwenkwe ale ndawo ayathelela. Ewe kaloku ayathelela. Ewe kaloku ayathelela.
Sikwamukele mbukeli ekhaya Jikelele. Uyabona makulesihlanu, hayi uzwa ngomoya. Hayo ayifani basijayivisa umuntu umpela usedinga ophawu uyajuka apha e-studio. Ziyabuya ekhaya Jikelele. Njengamanje kodwa ke sibhekeze emidlalo ususemomo umqhudelwano wendebe yomhlaba ku-netball. Kanti ke ahamba kahle amalungiselelo eqembu lesizwe Proteas njengoba phela eyingxenye yalomqhudelwano ozosingathwa yidolobha iKapa. Zisithupha kuphela insuku eseyisele mbukeli ngaphambi kokuthi lo mqhudelwano uqale International Convention Centre eKapa. Kanti ke kuzobe kungokokuqala nqa ukuthi ubanjelwe ezwenikazi Afrika. Lo mqhudelwano ngonyaka u2019 wokubanjelwe eLiverpool kwelamangisi. Kanti ke iNew Zealand iyona ke yaba ngompetho kwehlandla lesihlanu lapho yaguqisa iAustralia ngegoli. Kanti amangisi ke wona ayosokhaya agcinelela isithathu. Iningizimu Afrika ke ikupool C kanti iqhathwe neJamaica, iWales kanye neSri Lanka. Ngacula ke siphinde futhi sikubingelele sikwamukele mbukeli ohlelweni lwakho ekhaya Jikelele. Mbukeli mangabeke uyiqaphela izinto zokhumbula ukuthi ngesonto eledlule saxhumana neqembu elishaya umculo wesicathamiya iKhola Brothers ngesikhathi lise South Korea lapho ke lalala khona isibili emqhudelwaneni wamaqembu omculo iWorld Choir Games. Njengoba nje sasithembisile ke mbukeli ukuthi mhla bebuya kuleli soqinisekisa ukuthi siyabamema la ohlelweni lwakho olungunqa phambili ekhaya Jikelele. uDerek Mlambo ke uyena ongumsunguli ophinda bengumbhidi waleli qembu likaXothoza iKhola Brothers. Awuzwe nje
Yo mama, yo mama, yo mama, yo mama, yo mama.
Sanibonani Khola Brothers.
Sawubona zinoxolo mantshenga. Naze nasenza abantu abakhulu.
Nkosi yami siyayibongela. Yazi ithi sijabulile ukuthi sibe nani la namhlanje. Ngizwa nje lo mculo ngiyasho ukuthi abantu ekhaya aba excited njengoba nami ngi excited ngoba phela uyakhumbula masixoxisana sasho sathi ngacela ngathi nje ngiyacela ukuthi manifika la nenze isiqiniseko sokuthi niyafika nizozivakashela la.
Siyabonga nisithathe nasibeka phezulu,
Siyabonga kakhulu. Sicela ukubuza ukuthi bekunjani nje ukuba ingxenye lomqhudelwano. Ngiyazi ukuthi niyazenzela nje ukuya overseas niyokwenza into zeni lezi into enijwayele but kulo mqhudelwano weWorld Choir Games ngabe bekunjani?
Sibingelele kakhulu emakhaya. Bekumnandi kakhulu singenele lo mqhudelwano ngoba besithole ukuhlangana namazwe ehlukene, senza nathi isigqi sesicathamiya nawo enzokwawo. Kusijabulise kakhulu lokho. Nanokuthi nje sibone sihlangana namakhwaya thina siza ngesicathamiya sibe su8 su9 amanye amakhwaya maningi kodwa sikwazi ukubeka induku ebandla siphume no number 2.
Yeah, ngoba
sijabulise kakhulu.
Bakithi nathi sijabule kakhulu ngoba futhi siyabona ukuthi yena ukuhamba imiqhudelwano emkhulu njengalena nani kuyancija. Ingabe nje ningathi yikuphi enifike nakuthola enifike nabuya nakho nathi kuyisifundo enizosebenzisa ukuze niqhubekele phambili?
Kubalulekile ke lokho ngoba sifunde okuningi, sifunde ukumelana nezimo ezahlukene zezwe osukufika kulona. Njengokuthi mawufika eSouth Korea nje kune culture yakhona, kunendlela abadla ngayo, ukudla kwakhona yonke lonto. kusinikezile futhi nayo isifundo ukuthi mawufika kulela lizwe noma unojwayela ukudla okuthize kodwa mawufika kuleli ufika udla ngendlela ethize nokuhlangana nabantu ubungana abasiphe bona ukufudumala imfudumala esitholile konke lokho kusifundisile nje ukuthi ukuhlangana nabantu abehlukene ufunda izinto ezihlukene ukwamukeleka ukuze nathi masiya phambili sikwazi makukhona abantu abasivakashele beqhamuka kwamanye amazwe sikwazi ukubafukamela sikwazi ukubafudumeza bazizwe besekhaya sizizwe sisekhaya kade sese South Korea.
Hey manje ngiyanibona insizwa ngoba vele anikho baningi kakhulu ake nginikeze nanithuba ukuthi ubaba nje unintroduce ukuthi uba nokabantu phela kwasame ekhaya babuka noma ufuna ukusho ukuthi uyambona umfana wami nangiya usitshele nje ukuthi bawoba amagama apho.
Ngizoqala nje ngawe.
Yebo.
Ngoba nawe uyikholwa sister.
Ngikholwa sister.
Yeah, sisinoxolo. Ngilandele untando yenkosi Majola. Untando yenkosi Majola kuzoba umthobisi wakandwandwe. Kuzoba uSimphiwe wakangcobo. Kuzoba uLindi Nkosi wakaXulu esimbiza ngoPuke. Kuzoba unhlakanipho wakanzimande.
Hawu bakithi siyajabula ukubazi yazi into engiyibuza yona ngiyibuza ukuthi ngoba ngiyabona ukuthi basebancane abafana kodwa wena usuthe ukukhulu ukuthi ngiyibuza ukuthi ngabe nihambile xoxwani lapha yiphi ingxoxo eqhuma la noma uvalelwa ngaphandle ahlejwa
uvalelwa ngaphandle kade nje ngizohlala nalo erumele bese kuyona angimazi uphume kanjani ngabona sengihleli ngedwa sithatha into uphathe zakhe hayi kube mnandi abafana behlale na kwemnandi mabeyixoxela nje
kodwa ngiyacabanga ukuthi njengomuntu osekhulile kuningi abakufunda mina ngokwami ukubona ngingathi nje nabo bayilokho abayikho ngenxa yokuthi guidance yakho bangaphansi kwakho.
Nginhloniphe engiyithole kubafana ngivelusha kakhulu ngijabula kakhulu bangihloniphile abafana bawulalela umculo bayilalela imfundiso benza njengoba kade ngibanxusile ukuthi benze ngiyababonga ke ngalo
manje ake ngithinta udaba la engazi ukuthi lingenzeka lisize ngokuhamba kwesikhathi ukuhamba phela kiyo phesha kwelwandle bafethu akubuza uthi ubhobho akubiza uthi ubhobho akubiza usheleni uyabiza ukungena endizeni nisukela eNingizimu Afrika niyele phesha nifike nihlale khona ngakho konke manje ungathi mhlawumbe nini enganisiza ukuthi niye uxhasa khona lapho enilithola khona noma ningathokozela ukuthi nixhaseke kanjani.
Yabona nje njengoba desambile se-South Korea sibonga kakhulu ku-Department of Arts and Culture Republic of South Africa ngoba ibona abenze konke lokhu ngisho ukuba kwethu khona la sikhona Department of Arts and Culture sobonga kakhulu okusho ukuthi ke siyalicela uxhaso ngoba umculo sesiwuthathile sawubeke ebalazweni lomhlaba sesiyalicela nje uxhaso oliqhamuka endaweni ezahlukene ukuthi bathi Kholwa Brothers ngoba bafana namukelekile ngoba nangonyaka odlule sasiwinile Los Angeles.
Hayibo manje kanti ukwina nje into every year.
Yebo. Umhlaba ususamkelile wathi bafana siyibona into eniqhamuka nayo eSouth Africa. Manje na ke bazolokhu besibiza siyalicela uxhaso nje noma ilupho lingaselisondela ukuthi mangabe sikhala nje bakwazi abantu.
Kuzwakale bakithi hayi siyabonga. Manje yes na impahla enkulu iyole. Aya ke nibuka ithatheni bafana thatha camera guy bawinile laba bantu le emazweni. Hayi siyanibongela kakhulu ibhaliwe ukuthi the 12th World Choir Games naknu kuphi lapha kusaknaknu
kangnu
sakangnaung akushona nanixayekile manje safika hayi ke alright siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi senu umbukeli iKholwa Brothers isasekhona okwamanje so nje qu 8 lo kodwa mangabe sibuya sobuya ngabo ke sebetshengisa ukuthi bebenzani lapha kuma World Choir Games ungayindawo ungaphuthelwa.
Vulele singene baba mnumzane uye nisivulele singene sangena phakathi sangena phakathi baba mnumzane uye nisivulele singene baba mnumzane uye nisivulele singene sangena phakathi sangena phakathi baba mnumzane uye nisivulele singene Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba 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 yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu mame
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba 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 yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba 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 yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu mame
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba
waze kwamnandi
Shele baba yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu yo 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 Zulu mame Zulu mame
Iqonywe kwaZulu
Zulu mame Zulu mame